Happy Tuesday. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jake Lambright with your digital forecast. I am watching the chance for some strong to severe storms on Wednesday night. This threat, though, does stay pretty low. The higher threat, slight risk level 2 out of 5, is found over in the Ark-La-Tex region. We have a level 1 marginal risk for portions of central Louisiana. That includes portions of Catahoula, LaSalle, Grant, even the northwestern corners of Rapides and Vernon, all of Wynne, Natchitoches, and Sabine Parish. That being said, though, rain coverage not expected to be super widespread. I'll touch on that a little bit more here in just a second. But when it comes to that severe weather outlook, the threats, there's an extremely low tornado risk. The hail risk is pretty low, and even the threat for damaging winds also stays pretty low. Again, this is Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So here's what Futurecast shows around 8 p.m. You'll notice some isolated storm activity just off to our west there in deep East Texas. As we go throughout the night, some of that could move into central Louisiana. This model that I'm showing here is really kind of a worst case scenario, if you will. We have the chance to see some isolated activity. Most will probably not see rain at all, for that matter, and that's if we see any rain at all in central Louisiana. As these storms, if we see any move into our area, continue to move off to the east with time, they're going to start to weaken as we go further into the overnight hours and be completely gone by about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. At the latest, we'll have another beautiful day on tap for Thursday. That being said, Friday we see winds start to pick up once again, and also the chance for storms. But ahead of those storms, we see winds gusting anywhere between 35 and 40 miles per hour in some spots. And similar to what we saw late last week, some of those strong winds, not just across the state of Louisiana, but also stronger upper level winds out towards West Texas, could start to blow dust from Arizona, New Mexico, and West Texas, where there's more of a desert-like terrain there. See some of that dust start to move into Louisiana by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. So impacts from that should remain pretty minimal overall, but similar to last week, you might be sneezing a little bit more, or you might notice a lot of dirt or dust on outdoor objects such as outdoor patio furniture or maybe your vehicle. Still want to give you the first alert too, because Friday and Saturday we have those chances for storms. That being said, though, the greatest threat for those storms both days stay outside of central Louisiana. That being said, we still have a level 2 slight risk in place for the northern 2/3 of central Louisiana, so we're still going to have to stay weather aware. That slight risk extends through northern Louisiana, so includes Shreveport, Minden, Monroe, just to name a few. There is a higher enhanced risk found out towards Arkansas, Missouri, as well as Tennessee and Mississippi. On Saturday, though, that threat does shift. We do have another day where during the afternoon and evening hours we could see storms, or Saturday I should say, those will start earlier during the morning hours and then start to move out by the afternoon and evening. We have a slight risk for most of the area. Once again, that higher enhanced risk, though, is found out towards Alabama and Mississippi, where those storms will be moving through during the afternoon and they'll have a lot more fuel to work with. Extended Futurecast here as we go into Friday shows that rain, maybe even some stronger storms in the mix. I do think, though, the most substantial severe weather does stay well outside of central Louisiana. Once again, by Saturday afternoon, we start to see that rain wrap up with the strongest of the storms out in Mississippi and Alabama, followed by nice weather as we head into Sunday. Before we get to those storms on Friday and Saturday, we've got our next total lunar eclipse. This is going to be late Thursday night into early Friday morning. We'll start the night out likely with some partly cloudy skies with increasing clouds as we go through the night. So visibility on this might be a little bit iffy in some spots, but during the total eclipse, you will notice kind of a reddish orange tint to the moon. You'll be able to find that once the total eclipse begins around 1:26. That'll be maximized just before 2 a.m. and that total eclipse will end around 2:31, and you'll start to notice that tint go away. You'll want to catch this one if you can, especially if visibility cooperates with us, because the next total lunar eclipse, at least it's visible to us, is next year on March 3rd in 2026. Just before sunset on your Tuesday evening, things are looking great out there on the Toledo Bend. Great day to be out on the lake. Temperatures have been pretty nice. Nothing here to see on First Alert satellite and radar. Highs today topped out close to 80 out towards the Toledo Bend, 80 degrees in Natchitoches, 77 in Alexandria, and also 77 in Oakdale. Current temperatures just before 6 p.m., not far away from those observed highs for today. Winds right now are out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour and may decrease just a little bit, but overall we'll see a light wind out of the southwest throughout the night. Tonight, temperatures will start to fall there into the 50s with clear skies overnight. Tonight, hometown lows make it into the low 50s in Alexandria with, again, a light breeze expected as we go through the night tonight. Tomorrow, we've got more sunshine on the way, a few passing clouds as high temperatures temperatures make it into the upper 70s and maybe even low 80s in a spot or two. You will notice those winds picking up tomorrow. Thanks for joining me this evening on our 24/7 First Alert Weather Channel. If you're watching over on another platform like YouTube or the website, you can catch the latest weather information 24/7, whether you have an Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick, or you can also catch us from your smartphone or computer. Here's a quick check of your First Alert 7-day forecast. Again, watching that threat for storms Wednesday night into Thursday, and then once again Friday and Saturday, followed by some slightly cooler and nicer weather as we round out the weekend and begin the new work week. That First Alert 10-day forecast there showing great weather continuing through a lot of the next work week, with overnight lows cooling down by the second half of the week into the 40s. Thank you for joining me for this weather update. Again, you can find the latest weather information over on our website and on the free First Alert Weather app.